I started with no money, living in a rented apartment next door to a crack house, with just a lazy boy, TV, and some clothes. No refrigerator, no stove. I used to put perishables out the window to keep them cold. I was living way beneath my privilege. The apartment was so depressing, dark beige with brown trim. To me, everything was just depressing. Then one day, something happened. As if I was struck by a bolt of lightning, it dawned on me I didn't have to live that way. I chose to live that way. And from that moment on, I've been determined never to live that way again. If you're experiencing dashed dreams and dwarfed goals, if you're having trouble overcoming past failures or inward struggles, then my friend, you need an upgrade. Hey, this is John Young. Thank you for spending a moment of your time with me as we explore the Word of God together to motivate you and inspire you to live life like a king's kid. Let's go to the Word of God. In the book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 4, verse 10, the Bible reads, Jabez cried out to the God of Israel, "Oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me and keep me from harm, so that I will be free from pain." And God granted his request. He asked for four things. The first thing he asked for was God's blessing. I want you to think about this. One of my kids comes to me and asks me for my blessing. When I give it to them, that means that I am supportive of them. I am looking out. I have their best interest at heart. I am happy for them, and they can count on me at any time that they may need me. And that's when you have my blessing. The same thing holds true. You, as a king's kid, go to your dad and you say, "Dad, I want your blessing." And now he gives you that blessing. He's supportive. He's going to help you. He's got your back no matter what your situation is. He's going to be right there for you. And one of the great parts about it is that when you're a kid, you also have access to the resources. And he also has all of that because, you know, our God is rich with houses and land. He has cattle on 1,000 hills. As a matter of fact, the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein. The second thing that Jabez asked for was an expansion of territory. Now, most of us, that's exactly what we want. We want houses, we want cars, we want land, we want riches, you know, whatever we can get our hands on. Let's think about this for a hot second, because most of us want the stuff, but we don't want the responsibility that goes with the stuff. Let me tell you something. When Jabez asked for an expansion of his territory, he also knew that there was going to be some responsibility and accountability that was going to go along with it. Matter of fact, there was going to have to be some commitment and some hard work, because just because you get it doesn't mean that you know how to keep it. That's why in his prayer, he then asked for number 3, which is guidance and strength. My friend, you need the Lord to guide you no matter where you go or what you're doing. Let me tell you a story. There was a few members of mine that were coming to meet me on the last day of revival that I was doing in Delaware. And they had gotten to Maryland and they got caught up in a loop. And I guess they went around in circles for quite a while before they got out of it. They finally got to the city, but quit and got on the phone and said, "John, come get us. We're not going to move another step." Fine, no problem. I throw on some clothes, and the first place I go to the hotel desk. The reason why is because I needed some guidance. I wasn't from that area, and I didn't know that city either. And I wasn't about to get lost. No. And so I got the guidance. The markers that they gave me and told me exactly where they were. The person behind the desk said, "Oh, that's right around the corner." I drove over the bridge. They were right there. The two things happened. Number one, they quit. Number two, I got guidance. Number 4 is very, very important as well. And that is Jabez asked for protection. Listen, my friend, when you're going for an upgrade, you're going to need that portion of the Lord's Prayer. Lead us not into temptation and deliver us from evil, because new levels bring new devils. And you know, my friend, that no matter where you are in life, there is always going to be attacks against you. Most of them are against the fact that you have made a decision to upgrade. People say, well, oh, you changed. Yeah, I have. And there's nothing wrong with changing. The problem is they don't want to change. They want you to remain just as you are. And they're more than welcome to stay there. But if you want the best in your life, I think that some changes may be necessary. And you're more than capable of doing it. And I got a strange feeling you're going to do it. Hey, Jabaz's goal was very simple. In his upgrade, he wanted a sorrow-free life. Apparently, his mom had a pretty hard time birthing that kid, and that is the reason why he was named Jabaz, which means sorrowful or sorrow maker. He wanted to ensure that how he was labeled was not how he was going to live. And that, my friend, is the reason why he knew what James also knew in chapter 5, verse 16, the effectual, fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Hey, my friend, I want you to live like a king's kid. I'm John Young. Have a blessed day.